welcome back into Xfinity Monday Live here at the vHow Centennial. And boy, so thrilled tonight. We got Zach Allen in the house. Been wanting to get Zach all season, so been excited to get you. You coming off the bye.
Yeah.
How'd you spend your bye week?
Just chilling out here. Didn't do anything too crazy. Obviously going 13 straight games is a lot. Never done that in my career.
Yeah.
So, throughout the season, it was always like, like week 2 to week 3, it's like, oh, maybe go to Florida, go back home out east, and then it's no. So I wanted to live on the couch for a week. So we did that, and no, it was good. And then our team here is awesome, so they came up with a really good plan to kind of help get the body back. So I feel just as good as I did week 1. So
that's great,
especially for this playoff push we're about to make.
Yeah, that's
so
huge.
It's exciting. Yeah.
It's interesting because we had Marvin Mims on last week, and he said the same thing. He's like, I don't want to travel. This at the beginning of the year, you're like, man, that is a late bye week.
Yeah.
But now, when you look at it, 4 games to go, and then the playoffs, right? Do you kind of like how it felt?
Oh, totally, yeah. I think, I remember when I was in Arizona, they came up with, a study, and it was teams that had that later bye week, overperformed in the playoffs because you get that late rest versus teams that, get a week 5, week 6 bye week, So it's, we lucked out this year, obviously, being a good team. If you're not a good team, you get the late bye week. I don't think it's as fun.
Yeah.
But, we're really excited. Guys are feeling really good. Today was a really good day. Come back from it, and like I said, man, we just are really excited about this home stretch.
It really is so exciting to think every game, all 4 could have playoff positioning implications. They're all AFC games.
Yeah.
Everyone's so important. But, your head coach said today he was asked about a winning season, and he kind of said, it doesn't even matter this year. This is almost like an expectation.
Yeah.
What does it feel like to be in this position where, that's just, you just expect that. It's playoffs, man.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. It's a great mindset to have, and when I was in Arizona, it was kind of like, every year you're just fighting to get to fight, and that's not a fun place to be. And, obviously kind of having the culture we have here, starting to build it, it's going in the right direction. So it's awesome, and everyone's very like-minded, which is, I think, a big part. It's not, you got guys all over the place. Everybody's really just focused on one goal and doing it the right way, which we're excited about.
Let's talk about the defense, which has been so fun all year long. Coming off a wild game. I'm curious how you guys look at that Browns matchup, because obviously I know you gave up more yards and points than you wanted.
Right.
Came up with 2 pick sixes, all the clutch sacks when you needed it.
Yeah.
How do you look at that game?
Yeah, obviously today we spent about 2 hours just in the film room just trying to get it right, because obviously a lot didn't go right. But at the same time, like you said, the fact that kept on going, kept on fighting, finding a way is, that's a huge part, because the playoffs, I've only had 1 playoff game, but obviously playing with other guys and guys on our team that have more, that's what it is. Good teams are going to exploit, everything that they can find on film, and you got to find a way to just grind it out for 4 quarters to survive. So, give the Browns credit. I think they came in with a great game plan, and, hopefully, we shored that up today, and, going forward, we don't have anything like that again. But like you said, the fact that we came out with a win, it's much better to get a wake-up call like that now with a win than, week 1 in the playoffs, and, you're going home and you're sitting home with it for 9 months thinking about what should have, been. So it needed to happen, unfortunately, but it's in a good way, we're making it a positive.
Talk to me about the guys around you. They obviously brought in a lot of guys this offseason, Malcolm, JFM.
Yeah.
How have this group contributed to all the production you guys are having right now?
Yeah, they're huge. JFM has, basically been my running mate, and it's been awesome having him, and makes my job a lot easier. And then, Roach brings it, obviously on the field, everybody sees what he can do, but, bringing it every day with the energy has been awesome. And, DJ's been probably the best run defender in football, I think by far. So when you have kind of us 4, and then JJ, young guy with a lot of wiggle, is, still coming on really strong, puts in some really good snaps for us. It's a pretty elite group, so it's been a lot of fun, and I think that's why you're kind of seeing us have success in the run game and the pass game compared to last year. Yeah,
it has been an absolute blast, and I didn't mention you because we're going to talk about you and your season in the next segment here on Xfinity Monday Live.
Can't blame me.
Well, welcome back into Xfinity Monday Live here at the vHow Centennial. Very snowy night, but it is awesome inside here because we've got defensive tackle Zach Allen in the house, who vote for him for the Pro Bowl, most certainly deserved. You've been having an incredible season, Zach. Yeah. It's been so fun. You've been causing so much havoc.
Yeah.
Year 1 to year 2 here in Denver. What do you feel like's been different for you?
Yeah, I think it's just getting more comfortable. Obviously, the routine changes, and it kind of sounds silly, but like that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
And then off season, made a few tweaks, kind of, just came up with a really good plan with my team, and, we've just been riding it. And also, when you play with really good players, it helps out too. So, it's been a lot of fun. Obviously, I came here because, I thought I would have, guys that could help me get to this point. And, it's been good to kind of see it kind of come to fruition, and there's still, a lot more work to do.
Yeah, well, I mean, Broncos country loves watching you thrive, and it's been a lot of fun. You're such a good person, too. It's really fun to see, but you are 1 sack away from a new career high. Is that in the back of your mind at all?
I mean, I'd like to just get it done with by now. Yeah, past couple of games, obviously, been stay with it. But honestly, the fact that we're playing as well as we are, rushing as well as we are as a group, it's been cool. And that's a cool thing too about coming here is you realize it's really is a competition to the quarterback. And there's times where I think I have the best rush possible, and all of a sudden Nick Benito sweeps in, or JFF. Like it's you really have to. It pushes you to be a better player, which has been really helpful and really nice.
Do you guys compete a little bit? So Coop made a joke a few games ago, like we'd like to keep all the sacks in our room, but we're okay if the guys up front get it too.
Yeah, no, they definitely. Yeah, you could tell when they're out for themselves and we're out for ourselves. So yeah, Jay and I are standing strong. But no, it's been obviously it's been working, and I mean, there's a reason why we lead the league in sacks, and the past couple of weeks we've been seeing a lot of max protection, kind of, which is a compliment. Obviously, we prefer it the other way, where it's just 4 on 5, but. We're really excited about just keeping it going and hopefully breaking the sack record.
I think when you look across the league, you have the second most sacks when you're double teamed under pressure. How are you able to have so much success in those situations?
Yeah, I think obviously in the beginning of the year and last year, started seeing more double teams than I ever had in my career, really, which again is a compliment because it means you're doing something right. But at the same time, you still got to find a way to make an impact on the game, and working with our coaches, especially I think that Baltimore game was kind of really like the awakening, like, all right, we need to figure this out. So we've come up with a really good plan each week on how to deal with that. And at the same point, too, other guys have to win, and this year guys are winning, which is awesome. So if I'm getting the double team, JFM's getting a one-on-one, and, I take him over anybody in this league, and or with the outside guys. So it's kind of everybody just has to start to learn how to accept their hard down, and that's a cool thing about this group. It's a selfless group that really is learning that and learning to accept that, and we genuinely are excited for each other's success, which is why if we all have success, then we're all going to get paid, and we're all going to win games and go to Super Bowls and everything like that. So we really have a good mindset right now.
That's awesome. It really is pick your poison at this point for offenses.
Yeah.
It's time now for the People Want to Know. We got some fan questions for you. People Want to Know brought to you by Common Spirit, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos and champions for the communities that we serve. Todd wants to know, what's your favorite thing about Colorado now that you've been here for a little bit?
It's not driving in the snow, as I just learned 30 minutes ago. No, honestly, I mean, it's just like the living out here, the people out here are just, they're the best. Like my neighbors are awesome, just the fans are awesome. Honestly, it was kind of a risk, leaving Arizona, leaving a place that I knew to come out here. And since coming out here, I mean, just everybody's been so welcoming, in the facility, out the facility. And I still got to do a little bit more exploring of the mountain towns and stuff like that, but that's definitely on the to-do list this offseason.
Yeah, after the playoffs, so you can do that in February.
Exactly.
That was the People Want to Know, brought to you by Common Spirit. We got to take a break here. We got more coming up here on Xfinity Monday Live. Stick around. We'll be right back. And Zach, you're an East Coast kid.
Yes.
We do a little bit of social media creeping on the show. That's just how we roll. And so we found some Yankees.
Yeah.
Zach is a Yankee.
Oh, yeah.
Zach has Eli Manning. Were you a big New York team guy?
Yeah, big New York guy. Yeah, so Yankees, Giants. My uncle was a Jets fan. My dad wasn't really big into sports, so and So all my cousins, everybody are Jet fans, and then he gave me a Jeremy Shockey jersey, and he said, "I don't want you to live the life of a Jets fan."
Smart man.
Yeah, so he got me on the right track. We got to celebrate 2 Super Bowls going up, so it was good. Yeah.
So is your family Broncos fans now, or what do we got going on here?
All my immediate families are all Broncos fans. Those cousins are pretty hard. They actually came to the Jets game with Jets shirts, and they tried to hide it under like flannel. So it was a big no-no, but luckily we got the win. So I get bragging rights at Easter this year.
Yeah, you got the last lap there. I love that. Yeah. And then, of course, we see Juan Soto. We've been talking about that. I mean, you're going to raise your kid to play baseball or football now?
100% baseball. Yeah, baseball, golf, all of it. Yeah, no, that's where the money is. So
it's crazy. It's crazy. Well, we're glad that you chose football, Zach. Hello, everyone. Thanks for logging on to CBSColorado.com. Time now for a few extra minutes with Broncos defensive tackle Zach Allen. And, Zach, you got a really exciting 4-game stretch coming up. But I know it's one game at a time. Fans are getting ahead of themselves. But the Colts, this is huge. The playoff positioning really to pull away. Talk to me a little bit about what you see, though, in Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, I mean, it literally, he has every tool imaginable. I mean, the arm, obviously the running ability, and to be able to run at his size. So it's definitely going to be a challenge, and I think, these past, few games since he's got back in there, I mean, they've really, it started to click for him. So it's going to be a challenge, and but we're excited for it. Obviously, we played running quarterbacks, but one this size, I can't remember. I mean, maybe Josh Allen is probably like the next biggest, but yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
So how much does that change things for you defensively?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we haven't done like a full deep dive, but yeah, I mean, it's just, I think, we pride on ourselves on playing our game, but yeah, I think like tackling is probably going to be a really big factor in this. As we can tackle well, then we'll be able to be fine. And then, yeah, I mean, stopping the run, it's not just him. It's, have Jonathan Taylor and stuff like that. So it's going to be it's going to be a physical game, which we're ready for.
So, Zach, you were a part of this new era of Broncos football. You come in last year, with Sean Payton, and within such a short time, it's really been incredible to see what's already being built, this foundation. Can you take us a little bit inside, your head coach and everything? Why have you been able to reach so much success in really a short period?
Yeah, I think it's just, honestly, the answer is culture. I think just guys, everyone's really positive. Everybody gets along. It's the best locker room I've ever been a part of. And I think it's just guys that generally, want to be accountable to each other and not let anybody down. There's not a lot of, yelling and, fighting. And it's not like that old school kind of coaching, I'd say. I'd say it's just like, look, like this is the work that's got to be done. If you believe in it, like, you're here. If you don't, you're out. And I think a lot of guys have bought into that because of obviously Sean's pedigree. And I think you look around the room, it's a lot of talent. Obviously it might not be the like national names, but I'd put position groups up against anybody in this league. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun to be a part of, and I'm very fortunate to have been brought in when I was brought in here.
You say no national names. I mean, now the nation is taking notice, but there really are so many playmakers. You got Pat, you got you got Benito, you got Coop, you go to the other side, you got Bo, Court, I can keep going. But do you guys carry a little bit of a chip? I mean, beginning of the season, people were kind of calling you the no-name Broncos.
Right. Yeah, I think definitely, obviously, like OTAs, we knew what we had. It wasn't like this is like an overnight, like, oh, we're good. I think OTAs, we all really kind of were like, oh, we got something special here. It just took people a little bit longer to kind of realize that, which is fine. But yeah, I think, obviously, people are starting to recognize it. Obviously, primetime games, the fact that we're getting flexed into those is pretty cool. So, if we keep performing, keep doing our thing, we know everything else is going to come with it. So all that matters is what we do on the field right now, and the rest of it, is going to handle itself.
One thing is that Sean has said a lot is this is a young team, which it is, but you guys don't act young at all, right? The moment's never too big, whether it's Bo Nix going up against Patrick Mahomes or it's you guys playing in the spotlight, primetime, all of these things, and playoffs will obviously be another big thing, but you've passed every test to this point. How does this team have so much maturity for, in general, being a pretty young team?
Yeah, I think we have a really good blend of, veterans with young guys, and even our veterans are still young guys. Like I'm 27. It's not like I'm, Cam Hayward who's 30 whatever. But it's it's just, I think we just they just brought in really good people, and the culture itself, guys want to buy into it. They want to, kind of be like that. And, it's not like there's just one guy that's kind of leading the way, doing everything the right way. I mean, you got probably at least 30 guys who are, who come in on their own, do it extra, this, that, and then the rest will follow. So we got a really good blend of guys, and like I said, it's been awesome.
Last one I got for you. You guys have really recaptured home field advantage, and Broncos country has certainly responded. What has the atmosphere at home games been like for you?
Oh, it's been incredible. I mean, that Monday night game was like a playoff game. It really was, probably made the difference in that, and, kept everything going. Because, if they score their last touchdown, their fans are into it, Lord knows what's going to happen, So, with the fans into it, kind of rattle them a little bit and, get a pick six out of it, definitely played a factor. So, no, the home field advantage is a real thing here. It's definitely a little bit different than Arizona. And then, it's even cool. And you go on the road, it's like, it at least neutralizes it. Sometimes you still get your own home field advantage there. So, Broncos country is awesome. We're really fortunate to have them.
Well, and we are certainly fortunate to have you in Broncos country. Yeah. Thank you for taking the time, Zach, and good luck the rest of the season.
Of course. Thank you.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next time.